Oh yeah, what's up with it, y'all? The cookout is closed. Let me just say, the cookout is closed. You know, everybody like we used to invite everybody to the cookout. It's like we ain't doing it no more. You feel me? Look. I'm gonna tell you right. This would be crazy, right? You hear me talking about this stuff? I mean, about all this everything's going on with the FBA, and like people be like, like I heard one person say, like, the video was good, but at times you curse too much. What's up with it, Woken? They be like you curse too much. And like at times when it get to certain parts, I'm a grown man. I'm gonna curse because I'm going like I'm trying to understand what's going on. And like when you get angry, because I think when I get to certain parts and I see, like one of us black people talking about something that happened and I experienced it myself. It kind of angers you at times. You feel me? Like that's what it does. And you gonna hear me cuss sometimes. That's just what it is. You feel me? Like, and I'm not gonna change the. I can't change the way I talk. This is me. Like I said, I love myself. I always did love myself. This is the way I talk. I'm not. I don't talk like other people. You feel me? Like they got us. They got us. To the point to where we feel like we got to talk proper, or you. And it's like, nah, bro. I ain't never been with that. You feel me? This is me. This is how people in my family talk. This is it right here. I can bring 10 people from my family on here and they will sound just like me, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand now. But this is what it is. And it's weird because when you talk a certain way, what's up with it, placebo ghost? When you talk a certain way, people think that you're not knowledgeable. And it's like, it's a whole lot of knowledge that I just don't talk about because I feel like you're not ready for it. So a lot of things that I've experienced and I didn't went through and the searches I didn't did, y'all not ready for it. So I'm gonna stay right here on this until I feel like everybody's ready for me to start giving the information, the real information. Like that's just what it is. You feel me? So we've been whitewashed and we've been trained to be a certain way. You feel me? That way is the right way, and this is the wrong way. And yeah, bro, I ain't with that. I'm just not. That's just not me. But we gonna get into this video because like, oh my god, like me diving into FBA, bro, you just start learning so much that your head just be about to explode with all the things that is going on, with the things that was said about us as black people. You mean I'm talking about? And it's like it's wild because a lot of us, black men, sometimes dating outside our race, we've seen a lot of things. We seen other races that didn't like us or people that was racist against us for dating their daughters and different things of that nature. We done seen it all, bro. You feel me? And even the ones that we thought was our skin color, you feel me? We thought was with us because we was with them. They never was with us, and it's like it's just mind blowing. So we about to get into this delineation thing, and we're gonna get into a lot. When you see us playing TikTok, if you like the person that you see us talking, you can see their name is gonna be right up in the corner. So you feel me? If you want to go check their page out, so always big thanks to them for even telling us some of this stuff because a lot of things that I've been seeing I'm just hearing about it and I'm going, dang, was I sleep under a rock? I said, no, not really. It's just, you was bred not to pay attention to it. You feel me? Like we was trained not to pay attention to a lot of things. Like I was watching, it's somebody new to the channel that was here earlier, and I went and watched a couple of his videos because certain people that be here, like that be donating and different things, I will go subscribe to your channel and then I'll go watch some of your videos and like some of your videos. And he was talking about the turn the other cheek thing. It's like, that's what they want us to do right there. They want to be able to talk mess about us, and then we be able to just turn the other cheek and let them keep doing what they doing. You feel me? And it's like, nah, it's not like that no more. We're not. This is not Martin Luther King days. You're not throwing no rocks. You're not throwing no rocks in the crowd of people and hitting somebody, and we all gonna keep on marching talking about we shall carry. No, it's not none of that. You feel me? We're not doing that no more. We already been through that. You throw a rock, you're getting rocks thrown back at you. Just as simple as that. You say something wrong, we're saying stuff back. Like we're not doing the quiet thing no more. Now we're being quiet on the fact of like just not dealing with a lot of people, which is understandable. You feel me? But we also gonna call people out on they bull. It's the age of Aquarius, man. Wake your game up. But let's go on and just dive into the video though.
Black Americans, listen to me. I'm going to say this once and 1,000 more times. These particular people, they open up audio rooms on TikTok, Instagram, do live streams or whatever, and they start having this particular conversation. Stop interacting with their rooms. They're only doing that so they can actually get into the Black American For You page or Black American market. They're trying to get into the American market. That's all they're trying to do. It's the only niche, the only target, the only talking point that they do. Some people will sit down and look at me and say, well, that's what you do. You only do. No. If you watch my YouTube videos, majority of every single video that starts when it comes to Black people or African people or Caribbean people, it's them asking me this situation. I don't bring these topics up. It's not my fault that I know that.
And I was saying this before. I was like, a lot of stuff that's going on with us as foundational Black Americans, you hear a lot of other people, immigrants, like talking about us and like how we're handling it. You feel me? And bro, it is crazy. I'm gonna do a couple videos on that, and I'm gonna just show who they are. You know which. It is what it is, but still at the same time, yeah, bro, they eating everything off our plate.
History on these particular things, especially when people keep asking me the same 3-4 questions over and over with this pompous, narcissistic ass mentality, and then I hit them with the facts. Now they look stupid. It's not my fault that I'm always correct if I keep getting the same questions over and over. It doesn't make sense. Again, and you ask me about my history, my culture, my lineage. This is where I'm from. I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
What's her name? Arrivo.
I didn't know this
Cynthia
right
Arrivo,
here,
who's playing Wicked, the witch in Arrivo. She said some really disparaging shit about African Americans, and then she ends up playing.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk about this because he get to cursing too much, and it's too early in the video to let them be cursing. But yeah, she said some stuff, and then he was like going. I couldn't understand like how they let her play Harriet Tubman after she said what she said about Black people. Because at first, you know, I know she alien looking. Because I don't know what happened. After that Wicked thing, her and Ariana Grande, they got so bony, bro. I was like, it was despicable skinny. It was like I didn't understand what was going on. Even they the way they was touching each other and different things of that nature, it was just kind of weird, bro. But I never did get around to what she said. So if somebody knows that, send that to me, because it's like weird, because she's taking playing actors, she's acting in roles that are starring foundational Black people. Like that's what she's doing. And it's like, how could you speak on us or say something bad about us and then turn around and play our characters? It's like, this is what we talking about. They're no longer invited to the cookout. It's gonna be a time where they're gonna go and they're gonna play these roles in these movies, and we is not gonna watch none of them. You feel me? If we ain't watching it for free, we not gonna even watch it, because I'm not gonna pay to watch something that somebody's acting in that don't care about us, that don't, you know, give two shits about us. That's just diabolical.
So you saying because the continent of Africa is not unified, then we can't have a global unification of the Black diaspora?
What are you unified around?
That's something we could build. What is the purpose of Pan-Africanism if you're saying that unity is impossible?
Well, you said it as if I believe in Pan-Africanism. It's the most stupid, bogus thing anybody to even say.
But you spoke about worldview earlier, right?
Pan-Africanism.
So what if our worldview was to uplift each other?
Whose worldview?
Black people.
Which Black people?
All Black people.
No, there is no such thing. You can't go to Asia and say all Asian people.
But why not?
I am telling you, this is the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only ones who walk the earth, and as soon as we see a Black person at an airport, oh, brother. No, I'm not your brother.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Have you gone to Europe and you had an Italian man calling a German brother?
Fuck them. What's wrong with me seeing you at the airport?
This is the problem.
You got to explain it to me then.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Let me ask you. Let me tell you something.
He tell you like that's the problem. Like, we not you not us. And that's just what it is. It's because we got the same. This is what America did. They put us in the same boat, but they had reasons for doing it.
The story of Chaka the Zulu.
Mm-hmm. Chaka Zulu.
What was he famous for before they killed him? Tormenting fellow Black tribes in that region.
Okay.
So that's the man you're going to unite with?
No.
Okay. I'm just telling you. We think that skin color makes you and me the same. We're not. I am from a small tribe called the Ajak tribe in Benin.
We not.
Benin is only 6.5 million people with over 40 tribes. When I say tribe, I mean the language is like French and Chinese. I don't have anything in common with the 49 other people in my country. Nothing in common. They speak a different language. They have a different God, a different religion, different food, different forms of wear and culture, traditions, and customs. We were forced, carved, and say, remain here. He's not my brother. Now you're asking for a global brotherhood of all black people. Why would the black people be different from any continent? Europe is a global community of white people, but they don't go around saying brother and sister. Asia is a community of all yellow Asians in Asia. They don't go around calling each other brother and sister. Same with the Middle East, same with everywhere. Where only when it comes to black people you think we are all the same. We're not the same.
So you're saying because continent
separation is not based on race. It's based on status. A black person who comes here from Nigeria or Jamaica or Brazil, they're not owed a penny from America. They chose to come here. We are talking about the people who are freedmen, the descendants of people emancipated by this country. We still know those people because you are one of those people. I am one of those people. A lot of those people here in the audience, I just told you I could break down my genealogy. My dear Nana was 101 when she died. My great-grandfather just died 3 weeks ago. He was 100. He remembers fighting alongside white veterans in World War II. He remembers coming back and seeing his white veterans get homes and lands and pensions and the door being slammed in his face. And we are going to say that America that says liberty and justice for all, that's okay, get over it, keep it moving, while we have to hear never forget for everyone else's tragedy. And as far as from where
I never could understand that neither, because like from the Jews to the Indians to whoever, like America didn't even do the things that was done to them, but we learn about their stories, the stories of what Hitler did to the Jews. They teach us these stories, and Frank, they teach us all this stuff in school. And it's just, it don't make sense. Because when we, like he said, when we get to talking about us and what we went through, oh man, you got to, try to put that under a rock. We ain't going to talk about that. You feel me? Y'all got to let that go.
Reparations will come.
Like,
I need people to stop thinking it's going to come from their tax dollars. Look at all the trillions that America spends right now. We talk about inflation, the invisible tax. We have something called the PPP loans. Do we remember the PPP loans? America spent $6 trillion on PPP loans. You know what they just did? They canceled all of it. And we didn't even know. America gave the corporations, the banks alone, $29 trillion. You know what they did with that? They canceled all of it. So let's stop acting as if America is as hamstrung by debt as they want to pretend. Because when America wants to pay for something, they find a way to do it. And truth be told, the corporations, again, aren't hurting. The defense manufacturers aren't hurting. It's only Americans who are hurting. And that is a choice. We all know it's a choice. That's why we're running for office, because we know this country can do better. So I refuse to accept that this country can't do right by a people they've wronged for centuries, and I refuse to accept that any justice-minded person thinks that's the right thing to do.
Crazy.
And I'll say that that's the best explanation that I've heard of that, so thank you for that.
Yeah, you saying that, but you ain't going to do nothing about it. They always say that, yeah, I like the way you said that. That's the best way it was put. Well, okay, now what you going to do? Is you going to take action? Nope, you just gonna say just what you said. You gonna keep it moving.
The white man he's better today than the ones in the 50s.
What are you talking about? Better today? What are you talking about?
The white man doesn't have you in chains.
Okay, and
you are not a slave.
And
ignore them and go to work.
We already working. We're already doing what we need to do. That's why we're global icons. That's why we.
No one likes FBAs. Why? Because you guys complain. You
mean nobody likes us and y'all emulating us? What part of Nigeria did you flee from?
Those tariffs are going to
Lagos.
Y'all niggas are over there walking around looking like how we did back in 2003.
Tariffs.
All right, y'all dressed like us 20 years ago. Y'all running around with apple bottom jeans and damn Vocal tank tops and G Unit shirts, sir.
That's neither here or there.
Here or there, because y'all emulate us all the damn time, all around the world. Y'all emulate foundational.
Hey, the way he said it though, that is neither here nor there. Hey, he probably got one of them tank tops on right now.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
neither
we
here
want
nor
Don't should have been
there.
knowing nobody likes us, but all y'all do is emulate us. The hell you mean? All you do is emulate foundational Black Americans.
We're the new you. Can't you see?
Oh,
we're the new you. We're your replacements. No one wants to be you now. They want to be
Sir,
us.
you're the new deportees. Why you think they getting your ass out of here? Huh? How you the new us and they're deporting y'all up out of here and putting travel bans on your ass? We ain't got travel bans. We ain't being deported. How you the new us? You ain't muted.
The white man would rather eat lunch with me than
Then
you.
why rounding your ass up in ice bands and packing you up out of here? Where the white people to stop them?
Hey, Tariq got too much game. He said, "You ain't muted." Don't be trying. He tried to get quiet. You ain't muted. What you trying to act like you? He just paused. Are you still there? Stop acting like. That part was hilarious. You was not muted.
You muted my mic.
You ain't muted.
You listen. We are one. Okay. I don't have an issue with you. But you talk about my people. You say we eat bush meat.
No. Where are the white people who standing up for you being deported? Where are they?
I didn't know that.
You're not muted.
There are plenty of white people.
I didn't know they banned them
Where
already.
are they standing up for you getting deported?
Democracy Now.
They don't give a shit about you. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't stopping nothing.
Amy Goodman, she's a good woman.
They're just reporting on y'all asses getting deported. All they're doing is reporting on it. They ain't stopping shit. Ain't no white people helping you. Why you doing? Well, you think all this ass kissing?
Yeah, that's
doing
and
stop the ice trucks. The white people are good.
I'm gonna tell you that's all I think they. I think that's why they hating on it, because you know this is bringing a lot of us together. So like even if you don't understand it or you're not even for it, bro, I'll be for anything that's gonna bring our people together and make our people start working with each other and become better in whatever it is we're doing. If you ain't for that, then but I couldn't be for the Pan-Africanism. It just didn't sound right.
Are there any white people listening? I hate these FBA niggas. I love white people. I love every white person. I love Dolly Parton, Britney Spears,
we can do
Justin
that.
Timberlake.
I think that'll be dope.
Marky and the Funky Bunch. You just naming random fucking white people, dude. They're not gonna save you. You're not the new us.
We are the new you.
Hey, you can't be us. You can't even speak like us. You can't even hold the conversation. You keep muting your vocal cords. Your vocal cords is getting muted by just the conversation. But no, I think that'll be a good idea to let people come in and have debates about stuff. I'm gonna have to pick a day to where we can do that. I think that'll be lit. That'll be fire.
I'm just saying. I started looking at how other blacks in America, non-Native Americans, perform in the same context. Now, I'm Nigerian. Shout out to my Niger boys and Niger girls out there. And a lot of people don't like Nigerians. But a lot of the data, whether it's in Canada, US, UK, wherever you go, immigrant communities, black immigrant communities, especially Nigerians, tend to outperform,
crush the game,
everybody else.
Killing the game, like outperforming white people, killing the game,
outperforming. They're still actually numerically a smaller number, but outperforming other locally born black Americans.
That's right.
And then I was like, there's a conversation to be had here. I'm like, bro, you're complaining about systemic oppression, you're complaining about the system is against you. Meanwhile, this other guy came from an even more impoverished environment, started after you.
And see, this is what they try to feed us with. It's like they came from a place that was worse than here, and and they outperformed us, and it's like everything we fought for, they gave it to you. Like they gave it to you. You had to when you came. You said you was African American in order so you can get the benefits that we fought for, that we died for. And you think you outperformed us? You ain't did nothing.
Because when he came here,
this is what be pissing me off.
He didn't move out to 90210, whatever the project code is.
Yeah.
He moved into the same neighborhood you was in.
Grind.
And a lot of times, I'm gonna just say for what it is. Y'all weren't even messing with him because you were calling him the African booty scratcher. Happens.
That's right.
Happens.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolute facts.
You talking about how the system is against you.
Absolute
He's
lies.
fighting another black brother who came from another country, talking down on him. Meanwhile, that brother says, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my taxi overnight. I'm gonna go to school during the day, and I'm gonna have my side hustle. Fast forward 10 years later, that brother done moved out the hood and can buy the whole hood.
Boy, where they be getting this? They be capping. They be capping. They be
So when I
capping.
was looking at the stats, I'm like, bro, the idea that black people are just like disadvantaged just by default because we're black.
That's
like,
why.
The data doesn't show that, bro. Like, I can empathize with the fact that, like, yes, there's been historic oppression and there's lingering effects. Like, you can't take that away. But, bro, you can't just tell me that because you're black, the system is against you. Because I've seen other black brothers come from other places, and then I've heard people say, like, oh, man, well, they don't discriminate against foreign immigrants the way they do. I'm like, bro, that means nothing.
That's not true.
Like, now you're just making up stuff.
Not true.
Now you're just making up stuff because if the issue is they're against you because of your skin color, then that white man should not care where that skin color is.
Man, baby, this is why right here. Y'all be capping, bro. Y'all come over and y'all think y'all just doing stuff and y'all don't understand everything y'all doing is because of us. You wouldn't even been able to do that shit. None of it. You drive a taxi. I'm gonna drive a taxi all night. You're driving the taxi over there. You could have stayed at your house in your country and drove taxis. I'm gonna drive a taxi all night and then I'm gonna go to school in the day. Man, shut the hell up.
I no longer support the Arab community. I am not against them, but I will not support them. I won't. Over the past few years, the Arab community has seen immense support from the black community,
take them away.
Including donations, our voices, our time, everything. But when some of the most vulnerable parts of like the black community, my people need help, these self-proclaimed humanitarians no longer know how to be humanitarians.
Nowhere to be found.
Humanitarians asking me basically, how can I be a humanitarian? That's crazy. You've got some intense amnesia. The same way we supported Palestine. I only support the black parts of the Ummah. The most overlooked part of the Ummah. That's who I'm going to support. I didn't ask Palestinians to give me a manual on free Palestine. I just knew what to do. I used my voice. I stood with them. So the Arab community has got it covered. They really care about each other. But when it comes to supporting us, there is intense delay.
Black people worldwide from all different walks of life are starting to wake up and notice when it's time for everybody that we help us to reciprocate that energy, they're nowhere to be found. Now, this young lady is making a difference between an Islam and another delineation. I'm not up to speed on every delineation of Islam or Muslims, but I definitely know the difference between an Islamist and someone who is just simply Muslim. So I understand where she's coming from. I'm not the leader of the black community or the spokesman, but I can 100% tell you that when it's time for the energy to be returned, it's never returned. Now, she's speaking on something that she went through personally with the Gaza situation that they're still going through, right? I hope that they land back in whatever, all right? But that's neither here nor there right now. When it comes to Muslims supporting black Muslims, they never show up, right? The same way that we showed up, the same way that people got kicked out of school, suspended, lost their jobs over this free Palestine shit, they don't show up for us in the same ways. Never. They never have and they never will. So it's time that black people wake up. We need to keep our energy for our fights, because when it's time for somebody to show up and march and fight with us, they're never there. They never show up. So delineation at all costs.
That's why we're so strong.
Right?
We never really
We
needed
want
anybody.
the same energy.
It's crazy because like as black people, if you know, we never really needed anybody. You feel me? But everybody always needed us. And that's something to like really ponder on. It's like we never really needed anybody, but everybody they always needed us. We never tripped off anybody, but everybody always tripped off us. Like, ain't that
back to us. If not, we're just gonna take a step back. You guys see what's happening with the Hispanic community and the Black community right now. They're upset with us. They upset with us. There's a lot of people on here that say, no, we don't care. They do. Trust me. They care. They don't understand why we're not putting our bodies on the line. We understand why, but they don't. So now we got to delineate. Black people must delineate from every group who is not reciprocating the energy. Reciprocating, however you want to say it. It needs to be a mutual trade-off of help. And right now it's not that. So the Black community as a whole, we taking a step back and we're going to help ourselves. We're going to march for us.
And that's everybody, bro. And like it kind of hurts to say that because that's everybody. That means we got to take a step back from everybody. Because when it comes to us, you know, we was getting pulled over like all the way since the 80s, since the 70s, getting stopped by police, beat up by police, shot by police. When we said it was happening, they was cognitive dissonance. It's not happening. That doesn't happen here. What are you talking about? Here it is, 2026, 25. It starts happening to you. Now it's a problem. We've been complaining about this since the 60s. Our great-grandparents, our parents been complaining about all these different things. But now it's like crazy because now when it start happening to y'all, now it's like, oh, we need y'all help. And it's like, bro, when we was talking about this happening to us, y'all wasn't helping us. Y'all let it happen for years. If it wasn't for social media, cameras, and camera phones, it'll still be going on. If it wasn't for all that. You feel me? The only reason it's not really happening is because we can see it now. We can record it. We can put it out there. We can share it with each other. We can share it everywhere. If we wasn't able to do that, it'll still be happening to us. And y'all still be sitting back, reaping the benefits of the stuff we built, still talking bad on us.
The major division is between, let's say, Black Americans and Africans right now.
So generally, Black Americans, not until recently, Black Americans have been the biggest supporters of the progress of Africa. For Africa to be able to do well, they have always been. When people come out of Africa, when a particular person, say in any capacity, trying to make a difference, Black Americans have always amplified such individuals. Even as recently as the young man from Burkina Faso, you can clearly see if you go to IG, it was Black Americans trying to give a voice. Most Africans, especially the ones that live in diaspora, they don't give a damn. So Black Americans have always been at the forefront of trying to get Africa to work. All right, they were the inspiration that gave rise to the independence in Africa. It was their leaders that inspired all the Kwame Nkrumah, all the people that you see revolted in their various places. It was Black American.
Hey, and this is what's crazy because, like, we don't understand. It's the same thing that's happening now. Now that we speaking out and we're talking about the things that's going on with us. Other people in other countries seeing the same thing going on with them. They create their own groups, and they doing the same thing. They go, hey, man, we don't want them people here neither. You feel me? And it's like, it's kind of deep, bro. We got a voice, and our voice is so loud. It's crazy when your voice is so loud, you speak, the world hears you. And then, but you have people in the world going, you're not that loud. You're nothing. Ain't nobody listening to you. But it's like, oh, wait, hold on. The world is hearing us. Everything we're saying, the world is hearing us. Now, social media is crazy, bro. But it's dope. It's dope.
Now, why? Because why did Black Americans do that? They felt that these people who share the same melanin, because it is only normal, it is only reasonable to say, hey, these ones that belong on the other continent, that share the same melanin, it's only normal to say, hey, you're not doing so well. I want to encourage you to do well.
Every time.
Now they began to inspire Africa. They began to all the fights that they fought in America was to ensure that Africa can at least find way, find way to come and become a natural allies with them. Those were the vision. But at the end of the day, you see people coming over to the America rather than being natural allies to these people that supported you, that gave you light. You became adversary to them.
Exactly. You came and you went against us, and then you say, "Oh, this is what they told us," and it's like, I don't know, bro. It's so many lies when it comes to like people trying to explain why they did what they did. You feel me? And it's like, but you're not gonna change. So what's the use of even being cool about it? It's like we ain't tripping. We just said, we kind of cutting everybody off, and I think that's like the biggest thing. That's just what we need to do. Like it's that time, it's that time. We've been like he even said it, every time Africans did this or they had the supports from Americans, from Black Americans that helped support them and blow up their businesses, and it's like, bro, we need to start doing that with each other now. That's it.
One thing I'm really happy about when it comes to delineation is before we started delineating, non-FBAs and tethers used to say, "I'm Black." If they did dirt or if they did something wrong, they can easily just say, "I'm Black." But then they used to turn around, and when they did something positive, when they made something of themselves or graduated or got married, they would say, "I'm African" or "I'm Caribbean." Now, whether you accomplish things in life or whether you commit crimes and do low down dirty things, you have to say that you are African and Jamaican. Why? Because Black is not enough. Okay, we understand you Black, but you ain't FBA. That's what we know. Hey, you ain't FBA. And it's funny because the news is saying it now too. You ain't FBA.
Hey, that is funny though, because even the news, not just the news, but it's happening everywhere. You getting pointed out. It's like, if you ain't one of us, but you walk around acting like one of us, trying to say you one of us, no, everybody sees it now. You feel me? Putting them on blast.
And they've even gotten so bad now they even claim, well, no, I'm not Black. I'm an African American. What is an African American? Nobody knows. We are the silliest people on earth.
It'll never be like us.
They don't want to be Black. Now, anybody like my friend Stevie Wonder called me one morning and said, "This is a little Stevie doctor. Why don't you ever use the word African American?" That's because I'm not that silly. I don't use the word African American. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a minority is. What is a minority?
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I said Japan. It ain't just Japan. I'm talking about over London. It's a couple of places. They like, man, no, they gotta go. You feel me? But I'm gonna say it again, bro. But they said we didn't have no power. Hey, you heard the one African dude. FBA ain't got no power. And Black Americans ain't got no power. They don't know what they talking about. As soon as we cut them off, the whole world cut them off. Like the whole world go, hey, no, Yeah, which I feel like this. I ain't gonna hold you. I like, in just being real about it. You made enough money. You got your schooling together. You got your certificates together. Like, why wouldn't you want to go home and help build your own country up, or help your own country out? That, like, why is that so hard to do? Like, that's what I don't understand. It's like, I would want to go home, and because I feel like a king when I get home with all the money I done made and the certificates I got. I'm a doctor. I'm all these different things. I done made all this money, more than Black Americans. It's like, if you take it home, ain't it gonna be more money? Ain't it gonna be more? So it's like, why don't you just take your money and just go home?
Is that a one-eyed person, or is that a humpback or midget? What's a minority? I don't know what a minority is, and I don't know what an African American is. You see, because anybody that comes from Africa to America is an African American. If you come from Africa, we got white Berbers in Africa. Yep. We got white South Africans. We got white South Rhodesians. We got Jews. We got Pakistanians. We got East Indians. All of them that come to America can classify themselves as African American. As a matter of fact, we had one Pakistani that came to America,
But and if you notice, this is the thing that I hate about voting. They don't let FBAs, they don't let foundational Black Americans in there. Like most of the people that they let in, that they be Black immigrants. When you go look, they be Black immigrants. They don't even be from the U.S. You feel me? They families weren't born in the U.S. Even if they were born here, they fathers, their mothers, they were born somewhere else. That's the part that gets me. I'm like going all this time, like even with Obama, like they ain't letting no FBA up in them offices, bro. You feel me? And they've been doing this forever. We seen it. Like as I started diving into this stuff, they showed you this is what they did. They made sure when the us were outgrowing them, they brought in the immigrants. And they brought in the immigrants to take our place. And they gave the immigrants places up in office because what was they going to do? They was going to go into office. They was going to cosplay us, and tell us, like, and talk to us like they one of us, but they never was. They never was one of us. But they going to make it seem like they speaking on us or speaking for us. But they never was. Like, none of them, bro. None of them. They never was for us.
To go went to the University of Maryland and wanted to get a Banneker scholarship that was set aside for blacks. They wouldn't give him the scholarship. He went to court in Maryland and sued and won $150,000 because he says, I am a Pakistani, but I'm from Africa and I'm in America, so I'm an African American.
Yeah, they all say
and my people have not learned yet to get wisdom, as the Bible says. Not only get wisdom, but get
like it's crazy because like the ones that get in that cosplay us and act like they Black like us, while they like Kamala Harris, man, like bro, like I knew it was something wrong when I seen the whole greens thing with her, like collard we be cooking collard greens. Then you go back and you see her on the Indian Girl channel cooking Indian food, and she say, "Oh yeah, we always cook Indian food and this and that." And you like going, "Wait, hold on." Like, no, they do that to get our votes. They'll come in, they'll act like us, and and pull one of our chucking and driving Negroes up there, and they get to dancing and stuff, and make everybody go, "Oh yeah, see, so they would one of us, so we gonna vote for them." All in all, they not, bro. They never was for us because they wasn't one of us. They couldn't come to the cookout. Put it like that. Be real about it. You feel me? They could not pull up to the cookout. They not pulling up. Like, I'm going to tell you, if a black person, a foundational black person, a person that's from here, that is one of us, that is in office, that is anywhere in office, they can pull up to any hood. I guarantee you, with no security or nothing, none of that. They will be able to pull up to any hood that we are in and hop out the car and walk around, and everybody gonna give them props. You don't see them doing stuff like that. When they come, they gotta come with security. They gotta have bulletproof cars. They gotta have all the stuff. But if it's one of us, they pull up somewhere where we at, bro. Come on now, we gonna praise them like we do the rappers. Like when the rappers pull up, you feel me? Like a lot of times we gonna give them that. We gonna give them that love. We gonna give them that benefit of the doubt because they're looking out for us. They're doing stuff for us. But that's why they can't come to where we really at, like us. Like where we really at now, bro. They can't. They is not. They'll tell you, I ain't going over there. What the hell I look like driving through that? Even driving
we don't
through
understand the issues. You cannot go into a marketplace or into a political arena in a very broad, ambiguous term and win. You got to go in specifically focused on what you are and your people.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about an immigrant, man.
This one right here got me right here, though, because I was saying this from the jump, and I never could understand this. Like some of these people that we follow online and we get props to, bro, I be going, how? Like these dudes be looking weird already. Like we FBA, like we was here, our family was here, and so on. I don't understand why we was giving big ups to some of these dudes that was just eating our culture up and spitting it out.
Look. The immigrant guys, let's talk about this. Let's take academics, for example. Immigrant. This man was supposed to be a mathematical biologist. He's seen our culture here in America. It's like, this shit crazy. Because where they come from, it's not going down.
Bro, you just say that. He said, Kamala said, in the 80s, I was listening to Tupac. Like, wait, what? Wait, no, stop it. She was pulling all the black cards out the hat. She was pulling all the black stuff out the hat. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Stop it.
Immigrant, man. Look. The immigrant guys, let's talk about this. Let's take academics, for example. Immigrant. This man was supposed to be a mathematical biologist. He's seen our culture here in America. It's like, this shit crazy. Because where they come from, it's not going down like that. He made his career off what me and the guys really do. The dude, Flacco.
Now, I never could understand. Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You feel me? Like, I done been to the pen. I was locked up from 92 to 90. I got out in 97. You feel me? 92 to 97. And, you know, you could just tell one of us. So even when I really seen Poetic Flacco and I seen people liking, I said, bro, I went to, every time I seen that thing pop up in my YouTube, I had to get rid of it. Hold on, bro. Don't ever post this in my YouTube again. How is he even speaking on hood politics? How is he speaking on anything that got to do with us and we're okay with that? It's like, see, that's why this delineation is needed. Because, like, people like this now, you know, we kind of push to the side because they're not us, but they will speak on our shit in order to get money from what we are doing. And then at the same time, they'll be saying stuff about us. They'll be speaking on us. Bad. I've seen both of them do it. I'm like going,
immigrant. And don't he got he caught a case for harassment. Pull that up. What's the other dude? Oh, Fresh and Fit. Myron. Yeah. Immigrant. See, that's the problem. We as black men in America, the shit that they want to glorify, we trying to get away from. We not trying to come on the internet and talk gangster. We did it already, and we all sitting here by the skin of our teeth, man.
Barely made it. Barely made it out that thing.
You see, family, I love when they tell the truth.
Yeah,
hey, mommy, I don't think as Ethiopians we're ready to have the conversation that we love cosplaying African American when it benefits us, from permission to using the N-word to being credited for or profiting off of the ingenuity of Black Americans, you know, by blending in because of our skin color, i.e. people trusting, loving, and endorsing of Black Americans for good food, music, language, fashion, social justice movements, arts, etc. Everything that erupted out of this beautiful culture. Basically, we love clout chasing African American culture for our own benefits, but when it really comes down to it,
thanks for joining.
We'll play model, citizen, immigrant in a hot second for our own convenience, forsaking our Black brothers and sisters for any opportunity. No, for even much less, for a man or a moment. Yeah. I don't think we're ready for that either. My bad.
Do you think there's a difference between financial Black American versus an African? Because I feel like even though I was born in Africa, most of my life was raised in America. I joined the military and I was ready to die for this country. Yeah. So technically speaking, I am African American.
Yeah, you are African American.
So do you think there's a difference between
those two? You deserve every bit of America that you fought for and did everything for. Yeah. But your ancestors ain't do nothing for this country. Be honest with us. Yeah. Let's be real. They got us here. If it wasn't for their hard work, if it wasn't for what
you are the resident African American right now.
If African Americans win in their struggle in the United States, that is a blueprint for us in Africa and the rest of the world. So with their struggle for reparations, it equals to the conversation about what Sudan needs from England, what Sudan needs from the Arab world, what Sudan needs from every other person that has been able to take a part of South Sudan.
You see, family. You know, I know we get tired of these videos, but family, us reminding these people is very necessary. Okay? We must keep our foot on their necks. They know what they're doing. You know, they are deliberately using African American, black by itself, fat ham hock neck ass niggas like Dante Cow. These people are dangerous. They are using our terms to deliberately extract our culture, you know, while they preserve their own.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, family, our culture will be preserved for us. Okay. We will be liberated. And as usual, like always, our liberation will liberate them as well, which is what I pray that it does. Because I don't have a problem with none of these foreigners. But y'all gonna respect us. Best believe. Peace and blessings, family.
And this is what I be saying, bro. I be saying that about when people tell me like the way I talk. Do you know, like these people are trying to talk like me? Like these people come in, they try to talk like this right here. Like this is how I talk. This is like not no act that I'm putting on. I'm not. This is me right here. This is what they try to portray, and while telling us, don't act like this, don't talk like this, so they can steal it and they can have it for themselves. You feel me? This is what they trying to do. They've been doing it for the longest. They want it for themselves so they can go global. They can make money off of it. Because when they talk like it and they start sounding like one of us, they get attention. But this, man, this right here, bro, I'm telling you, it can't be duplicated. It can't. You... They be trying to steal this thing. You don't understand. We built what we made within ourselves, like as a people, the what we made ourselves into be. They always tried to downplay it. If you think about it, it didn't matter what it was. Like hair, like remember hair, right? Remember when motherfuckers was having braids, and then remember what's the white girl in the 70s? I think it was the 70s. The one white girl, she got her hair braided, and they had her in the movie. And they put her in the movie, the one, you know, the one actor. And everybody was like, oh, that's so beautiful. You feel me? They try to take from what we do and make it theirs. That's why they try to tell us what we do. Everything we do is bad. It's not right. That's not right. The way you talk is not right. The way you say things is not. The way you walk ain't right. Comb your hair. All these different things, bro. Don't sag your pants. And then they have us turning on each other. Now we looking down on each other, telling each other, don't talk like that. Don't wear your clothes like that. No, we created a style that everybody does. Everybody does. Like we even had our own black people going, the only men that wore their pants sagging was people in prison, and they only did that because, you feel me, that's to let people know that the back door was open. That's a lie. I did time in prison. And they had gay dudes, but they wasn't sagging. They was dressed proper. They wasn't sagging. You feel me? Like it was just something we did. I always say, dang, it was something that we did because, when we grew out of our pants, we didn't want to be flooding. So we'd sag our pants a little and put on big shirts. So it looked like our pants was touching our shoes. It'd be crazy, bro, how they try to make everything that we do into something bad, bro. And then they turn around and they use it and they start putting it out there and they make money off of it. But they'll tell us it's wrong. Don't do that. You feel me? You doing that wrong. Don't eat like that. Don't walk like that. You walking wrong. We walk cool. That's just the way we walk. And now you see them walking like that. Now it's okay. Once they start doing it. Big lips is ugly, remember? Then everybody start doing the Kylie Jenner big lip thing. You feel me? They all wanted big lips. Dark skin was ugly. You feel me? Because it was a time where white people, they didn't do the dark skin. They had to try to have a milky white skin. Now look, they try to have tans. They try to get the good tan, and the darkest tan be the best one. Everything, bro, like just start. If you think I'm just saying something, start paying attention. Everything they told us was bad, they turn around and they start doing it, and then it makes it okay. He said ham hock neck. That's a new one. Yeah, that was a good one right there. She did. She came with that.
At one point, I became quite comfortable, and when I'm comfortable, I strike. So I said to the guy, since he owned the place, that I never felt comfortable, but I was dealt with
genius,
respectfully.
Bro. They've been doing it forever.
And I'm curious as to why. And the man
and
told
then we start trying to talk like them. Like now we want to be proper like them. we want to talk proper like them because they told us this is the proper English. This is how you talk right here. And then you have people come on, well, yesterday, it was a sunny day, and bro, I don't talk like that. I never liked that. You feel me? That was the square biz. You feel me? It just never was. This is how all my people talk. So I'm like going, well, I ain't doing her. I'm skipping.
Well,
like 15
am I able to
minutes.
speak now?
Yeah.
You don't know my family, sir. You don't know where I come from. I said it about 1,000 times. I was born in America, sir. I'm as FBA as cornbread and collard greens, sir.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, that's
Oh God. Go ahead, sir.
fleeing black ass, but you're not a foundational black American because you are Nigerian, sir. Your family comes from Nigeria.
Oh my God, Tariq.
Hey, don't be intellectually. You've already admitted it several times. So this is the thing.
He be clowning on him. But yeah, you said the booty pop. Hey, okay, now this is something. I'm gonna tell you something else a lot of people don't talk about because you probably don't notice it. Have you noticed this? Go all the way back to remember when Aliens first came out, and remember Sigourney Weaver. Have you noticed, like in all the movies back in the days, when they came out with like they put a white girl or a pretty girl in there, they was always built like a boy, and they always cut their hair short. Did you always notice that they never had no, figure 8 bodies in movies? You feel me? Like they still do that a lot right today, to where they put girls in the movie that's shaped like boys, and you be looking like, why they do that? Like I never could understand why they do that. Like, cause even if you go see when Sigourney Weaver, when they showed her, when she had to get in the little tomb thing and she didn't have no clothes and her ass was like dummy flat. It was flatter than flat. It was pancake flat. It looked like I don't even know what she sit on when she sit down. But that was another thing I never could understand about movies. It's like why they always put somebody, they'll make it seem like this person is pretty, but the person will look like a boy. It'll be a girl. They'll cut their hair short. You feel me? Straight up and down. No hips, no ass, no nothing. Straight boy looking girls in movies. And like I'm going, that's when I kind of knew the movies was weird. That's when I knew Hollywood was weird, way back then. You feel me? I was noticing that shit a long time ago. And like a lot of stuff, they still do it today. They still do the same thing. If you go watch certain movies, you'll see the girls be shaped like boys. And I never could understand why is that? Like, why is that? They got the little girl shape, but it make me think of the one emperor, the one king dude. You feel me? Who basically made the boy into a eunuch and dressed him like a girl and then walked him around and paraded him around, married him and everything. And he got killed and somebody else took the boy on as a wife. And the boy lived as basically a female. You feel me? I think that was in Rome or something. You feel me? But they still do that shit right today. Watch. Pay attention. You think I'll be seeing this shit. I just don't
being
be talking about
ashamed
it.
of
But
your
it's weird.
homeland to the point where you just want to deny it when it's convenient, that's not too intelligent.
Sounds robotic. Huh?
See, you do a lot of projecting onto us, talking about intelligence and IQs and all of that stuff. It's a lot of projecting.
Exactly. Yeah, they made Demi Moore look like a straight boy. Even the other girl on Tank Girl made her look like a straight boy. You feel me? But they made that boy look of girls be a sexy thing in their culture, and it was like how? Like I never did get it. I never did get it. Like how could that to y'all like that's weird as hell.
Sir, no, we're not a dumb people over here. That's the great thing about foundation.
Well, I never. Oh, I'm sorry. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you did say that black people are dumb.
No, I was answering the young man's question about what I said about IQ. Yes, blacks have a lower IQ on average than whites than Asians, sir, in America particularly. And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't breed for intelligence over here, sir.
But dumb.
Well, to a degree, yeah. I mean, let's just be honest about it. I mean,
here's the thing. You said you were a teacher? What grade did you teach?
Believe it or not, man, I taught at charter schools. I taught at high school. So I taught from 6th to 12th grade. I've taught in a multiplicity of settings, sir.
Right.
Charter schools and in regular school districts, yeah.
And were these mostly black children, I'm assuming, right?
99% black children, and they were the worst kids. And I've made videos about the horrors of teaching black children in the inner city and why people shouldn't teach, especially black men. It's a waste of time. Unless you're getting paid $1 million a year, I wouldn't step foot in a black ass school, to be honest with you, sir. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
And there you go. And FBA family, this is why delineation is so important.
Exactly.
You cannot have people like this around our children just because they got black skin. This is why lineage is very important, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lesson to the family. We got to watch people like this who are doctors and teachers.
Yeah,
and
that was the one Roman emperor. I keep on forgetting his name. That's just crazy. But yeah, this is wild too. Like, you're gonna say that the black kids, like, man, I hear this from all teachers about all kids. You like period. But then if you being a teacher, you can't look at kids like that. You got a job to do. And your job is not to judge the kids. Your job is to try to help better the kids and help school them. It's not to judge them on because you think they're black, they act a certain way. Like, bro.
And police officers too.
No, not Caesar.
All right, this is a learning lesson.
His name started
because they'll get doctors and they're black, and we're like, oh, cool, it's a black doctor, and they think like this dude.
Tariq.
No, hold on, brother. Hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because remember we had a tether female who was a nurse who called in
brush it off,
talking crazy about foundational black Americans, and she's a nurse over elderly foundational black Americans. And we wonder why these folks get smothered and all types of weird stuff be happening to them. All types of elder abuse. These tethers be sitting up here watching over them. We better watch who's teaching our kids. Just because they got a black face, you better understand that they're not from the lineage. So these people have a vitriolic mindset, and they'll bring that over to our children. They come over here trying to mimic the mindset of white supremacists. So that's a very serious thing that we have to look into. This is why the delineation movement is so heavy right now.
Well, am I able to speak now?
Yeah.
You don't know my family, sir. You don't know where I come from. I said it about 1,000 times. I was born in America, sir. I'm as FBA as cornbread and collard greens, sir. Yes.
No, that's
oh God. Go ahead, sir.
Fleeing black ass, but you're not a foundational black American because you are Nigerian, sir. Your family comes from Nigeria.
Oh my God, Tariq.
Also, as a Haitian, what African Americans are saying about Haitian people, like, that was kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, like, Haitians, Caribbeans, and Africans do come to this country and they be trying to shit on African Americans. Like, it's not cute, it's not cool, it's weird. Like, we're all black at the end of the day. But I've heard my family say really ignorant stuff before, and I had to correct them. It's not all of us, but it is a lot of them. And we can't just ignore the fact that, Haitian and Caribbean and African people will be doing that. Like, they have a valid point.
That's crazy. They let her back after a week. That's what they was doing.
This person here is saying that they're white, they have red hair, green eyes, but their grandmother was Jamaican and taught her hoodoo and Appalachian folk magic. Let me tell you, this is dangerous. Appalachian folk magic is also called granny magic. That is not the same as hoodoo. The ingredients aren't even the same. I've demonstrated this several times, but the other problem is that your grandmother was Jamaican. Hoodoo was not created in Jamaica. Your grandmother would have told you that. Your grandmother would have also told you it's a closed practice to people who are here. What she taught you was not hoodoo. It's Appalachian folk magic. And the fact that
Godfrey, I don't even think is
you seem to be confusing the two concerns me. So the reason why people come at you sideways is because of that. It's about accuracy.
But
Appalachian folk magic and things out of freaking Jamaica are not hoodoo. This person here is saying that they're white.
Hoodoo.
They have.
Most African Americans don't like to be called Africans. I tried to understand this in some of my studies, and I discovered that a lot of African Americans believe that Africa is a zoo. They believe that Africa is a forest. In other words, there are no houses, no roads, and no buildings in Africa. I don't know where they get this information from. But you see, we are all blacks, and there's no need trying to separate an African from an African American. Just because I don't talk like, hey, yo, Shadi say what? Hey, where you about to go? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm about to, yeah, he talking about he gonna give me some. He talking about, yeah, I'm about to smash something really quick, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go over there with you, man. You say what? Boy, okay, get out my face, boy. I don't have to talk like that for you to accept me for who I am.
Hey, y'all. So you don't even talk like you from Africa. Hey, you talk like the white man. I hate to say it.
So real quick, I want to talk about why delineation matters and why it matters now more than ever. So first off, delineation is simply us being clear about who we are, what our lineage is, and what struggles and victories belong specifically to this bloodline. It's not about hate. It's not about division. It's about clarity. And clarity protects us. Because when we don't delineate, a few things happen. Other groups start taking credit for our fight. They start talking about how they built movements that our ancestors died for. Also, people rewrite our story while we are still living in it. They flatten all blackness to one category, and then they erase the specifics about what we went through here. Resources meant for us get diluted. Policies, scholarships, even business grants get redirected to anyone who can check black on a form. Our culture gets copied and exported, but never protected. People pick up our aesthetics and commodify it. We get gaslit about our own experience. Folks come into our spaces telling us how we should feel and who we are from their perspective. But delineation stops all of that. It says, this is our lineage. This is our culture. This is our history. And the crazy thing is, everybody else already delineates. They don't mix themselves up. We're the only ones.
And that's the part I don't get. They've been doing it. They've been doing it. They stay doing it. But they get mad when we do it. Because they can't be a part no more.
Being told to be vague. But vague harms us. Blurry harms us. Flattening harms us. So it's really not about exclusion. It's about protection. It's about accuracy. It's about ensuring that generations to come will inherit clarity, not confusion. Because if we don't define ourselves, someone else will. And they will always define us in a way that benefits them. So delineation is not optional anymore. It's necessary, it's healthy, and it's the way forward. Hey, y'all.
I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or anything, but am I the only person, Black, African-American person, who remembers when anybody else who was a part of the African diaspora used to differentiate themselves from us? Like, oh, I'm not Black, I'm Jamaican. I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. I'm not Black, I'm Panamanian. But now it's like, bro, we're all Black. I don't know.
I don't identify myself as a Black person anymore. I identify myself as a Jamaican person. I'm Jamaican.
I've always identified as a Grenadian.
American one, and I'm not Black. Everybody was shocked at that statement. Like, you're not Black? What are you then? Like, I'm a person. What is Black? So what are you? Yellow, like lemonish green? What is
with? It's difficult because I don't identify as being Black. Also, like I was
I'm not Black, I'm African. They're not Black? No. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I came in a plane, they came in chains. Yeah, I'm passenger in their cargo.
And I was 17 to go to college. So I will start off with the fact that I never really saw myself as a Black person growing up. I still don't. Of course, it's something.
I'm not Black. This is Black. I'm not Black. I'm not African either. I live in Africa. I'm Somali. I speak Somali. This is my flag.
I don't like this. Like, why are you telling me I have to do this because I'm black when it's been already pointed out that I'm Haitian? Why do I now have to now submit to this idea of being black? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's what you don't get. A lot of people are.
Black. I have never and will never identify myself as black. And I'll elaborate as to why I'm saying this because
You ain't black, but you is a midget, though. I ain't saying. It's like you ain't black, but can you identify as being a midget? I'm just saying, because your head is huge, like
this
little
is needed
shoulders.
in your, so you can pretty much understand that just because I look like you, that does not mean I identify myself as such. So, for instance,
Yeah, halfway.
sweetheart, I am Congolese.
The word is colorblind. I'm not a black man. Yeah. Look at my face. Yeah. I'm more like brown.
And
I'm not black. Let me say that again. I am not black. Okay? Hear me out.
Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. She's like, you're not black, you're Nigerian. It's like now that we're on the forefront, which we've always been, but now that it's really trending, it's like, I don't know, they want to claim it as theirs. But before, they had to make sure that everybody knew that they were foreign and they were not like us.
Hey, mommy, I don't think as Ethiopians we're ready to have the conversation that we love cosplaying African American when it benefits us from permission to using the N-word, to being credited for or profiting off of the ingenuity of Black Americans, by blending in because of our skin color, i.e. people trusting, loving, and endorsing Black Americans for good food, music, language, fashion, social justice movements, arts, etc. Everything that erupted out of this beautiful culture. Basically, we love clout chasing African American culture for our own benefits. But when it really comes down to it,
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll play model, citizen, immigrant in a hot second for our own convenience, forsaking our Black brothers and sisters for any opportunity. No, for even much less. For a man or a moment. Yeah. I don't think we're ready for that either. My bad.
Do you think there's a difference between financial Black American versus an African? Because I feel like even though I was born in Africa, most of my life was raised in America. I joined the military and I was ready to die for this country. Yeah. So technically speaking, I am African American.
Yeah, you are African American.
So do you think there's a difference between
and
those
you deserve every bit of America that you fought for and did everything for. Yeah. But your ancestors ain't do nothing for this country. But be honest with us. Yeah. Let's be real. Because they got us here. If it wasn't for them.
That's crazy, because if it was, like, even if you fought for the war, and, like, let's say they did say, okay, we're going to give Black people reparations, you still wouldn't be able to get it. Because you're not, you came here. Like, you're not, like, your family lineage is not from here. So you still wouldn't
hard work
qualify.
If it wasn't for what
you are the resident African American right now.
If African Americans win in their struggle in the United States, that is a blueprint for us in Africa and the rest of the world. So with their struggle for reparations, it equals to the conversation about what Sudan needs from England, what Sudan needs from the Arab world, what Sudan needs from every other person that has been able to take a part of South Sudan.
I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or anything, but am I the only person, Black African American person, who remembers when anybody else who was a part of the African diaspora used to differentiate themselves from us? Like, oh, I'm not Black, I'm Jamaican. I'm not Black, I'm Haitian.
It is. Hey, it's crazy because I look at it like this, right? They, like, all the names that we were called were names that they called us. Soon as one of us come up with a name for ourselves, that's a problem, right? But then that name that we came up for ourselves, it kind of puts us in a box with just us. Everybody else can't claim that. They can't claim that thing. And I think that's the scary part of it, because the ones that look like us, they can't just say they FBA. Because once you get asked about you, it's almost like living in Compton, right? It's almost like living in Compton. Like my grandfather, I'm from Fresno. I went to Compton to my grandfather's house. I got caught up. I went to juvenile hall, right? And when I went to juvenile hall, they were like, "Hey, where you from? I was like, I'm from Fresno. And they was like, nah, you from Southside. I'm like, how am I? How y'all gonna just put me in the hood? I don't even know. Well, where your grandfather stay at? Your grandfather stay in Southside Hood. He stay on Temple. That's where you from. Period. It didn't matter. I was from Fresno. Like, bam. Now I got to fight because I'm from a hood that I don't even know nobody in the hood. You feel me? Like that, but that's how it is. So it's like when you come out and you say, okay, where are you from? Oh, my people is from Africa. It's like, hey, you feel me? You not one of us. You feel me? You can't say you FBA. But this is how we do. This is how we do it in the hood.
All y'all other, I'm trying to figure out how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City, in the Poker Bean Project. Ain't never went to Africa. Ain't thinking about going there. And I heard
it was Neuro was one, but the other one I was just talking about, it was Caligula. But Neuro did the same thing. A lot of them did the same thing, and they doing it right today, bro. They doing
it's a beautiful place. Yeah, and I know it's the motherland. Yes, but not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. American real true land is right here in the U.S. soil. My mama can't tell me not one story about Africa. My grandma ain't never tell me one story about no Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. All I know is all the African people I know and run into, they think they better than us over here. Man. So what you worry about me saying that I'm not African? I'm just American. What's wrong with you?
They don't like to hear that. Like, I'm just American.
Fuck your podcast. Fuck your show.
Damn.
Delineation is necessary. Whatever our past is or was, certainly today we are a very distinct people. We deserve to maintain that distinction on our own terms. We should maintain this as important to keep our culture from being assimilated.
Yeah.
Right along.
Okay, yeah, this is the last one I'm gonna do.
Oh, this was an AI video, family, I came across over there on TikTok, but it was very telling. Just because it's AI, it had a lot of truth to power in it, though. Shows you how things are. Now, let me give y'all the backstory of it real quick, family. This is a FBA club, and outside of it says FBA Delineation. You got the tether class out there, people from Jamaica, Puerto Rico, you name it, out there dancing, this, that, and the third, trying to get into the club. But the club represents FBA Delineation, and us, putting that boundary up to where, though, we ain't inviting everyone to the cookout no more, this, that, and the other. Because like I said, delineation ain't a damn thing wrong with it. It's self-preservation, protection, and it insulates you, so it locks down your accomplishments and achievements, and people can't dump their filth on you. Somebody commit a crime and try to dump it under the general banner of blackness, they can't do it no more, because now the news media outlets are saying where people's from, and we force that, because in any other circumstance, the news media outlets would have been trying to run them, just saying they black, and we would take the hit from a lot of that. So let's get into it, family.
Yo, open up. We've been here from the start. From the yard to the Bronx, Jamaica gave this thing its voice. Boricua drums, the rhythms.
Now they all trying to claim hip-hop till, we came through with that movie Microphone Check and shut a lot of that nonsense down, because when we was calling, like in the past years, we got off of it now, and I'm so glad. But when we was calling ourselves African American, that left us open to where, though, tethers like Fat Joe would say that hip hop was created with Puerto Ricans and, blacks 50-50, this, that, and the other, which is a bunch of nonsense. Delineation locks down who's the, contributors, the foundation, the creators, the innovators, you name it, and that's us foundational Black Americans. And it showed you who the tether class is and the cosplayers are. They can't even get inside the juke joint. They out there, crying a river that they can't come in. And I love it.
We brought the knock, you hear me? And the DJ tricks, the scratch science came through us too. We helped build hip hop.
Let us in, man. We all family with
We all family. And that's the thing that they try to do now. I'm noticing that since, we delineated and, we designated our lineage as foundational Black Americans. They say, well, we all Black. No, the hell we not, Y'all Black when it's convenient. Even if you got some, Black in you. You don't come from the lineage, of the people who are the foundation that build America. You don't come from that rider class, that warrior class who stood on business, or the only people that fought, for everyone globally, till we got off that kick and realized that, it wasn't reciprocated. We get out here and be advocating for people absorbing abuse, and they sit, on their hands and twiddle their thumbs, and damn that. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to show the family that.
Except when Wycliffe had.
Our sister.
I'm from Cali, so I ain't gonna hold you, bro. When it came to to music, like like we was in like NWA, the Mac Dre's, the Too Shorts, you feel me, DJ Quicks. We was like, I wasn't never into like Wycliffe. I liked a couple of his songs. It was like certain people, but we was like, I'm from the West Coast, so we was like listening to a lot of West Coast music. A lot of Bay Area music, a lot of music out of LA. I never was, and like, love Biggie and all, but like Puff Daddy and all them, I never was, wasn't, it was just different. It was different. It was just different.
What's your background? You American?
Hey y'all, so
yeah, but we already seen those, but man, thanks for tuning in. I don't know what the next video gonna be about. It's crazy because I think we do, like, I think tomorrow we just need to just like kind of like have talks about these, like have a little debate going on, like kind of sort of tomorrow, like let people come in and and speak their piece. Like when I do that, when I open up and I let people come in, you don't gotta come in and be all crazy. You feel me? Like you know what to say and what not to say. You can say what you want. I ain't gonna hold you on that because that's my channel. I feel like you can say what the hell you want, however you want. You feel me? Just don't say nothing that's gonna get yourself in trouble. That's it. That's it and that's all. Don't come on here and say nothing that's gonna get you in trouble or that's gonna get me in trouble. I don't want to go to jail no more. I ain't been to jail since since like 98, 99, something like that. I ain't been back. I ain't trying to go back. So don't come in and do any like sus stuff either. You feel me? But we can talk, have debates or whatever. And I'll try that out tomorrow and see how it goes. But I thank everybody for watching, for being here. You feel me? It's always a blessing. And like as I'm making these videos, one thing, as long as you inside the YouTube guidelines. Like when I'm making these videos, I ain't doing these videos to like create no hate upon people because we not a hateful people. Like it's just even when somebody do something to us and we feel like we ain't messing with them no more, we don't hate them. We just gonna feed them with a long handled spoon. It's no hate. It's like I'm not saying we hate y'all and we just dislike y'all. No, we ain't never cared about anything y'all ever did. Y'all never was a problem with us until we start hearing about that bullshit y'all was saying. You feel me? Even the people that did hate us, that we did knew hated us, we still didn't hate on them. We still kept it pushing. We didn't have to speak on it because y'all hate didn't stop nothing with us. It will never stop anything with us. Because as you hating on us, we see you trying to be us. So we know what it really is. So that's why we don't be tripping, bro. A lot of times we don't be coming out here trying to start shit with y'all. You feel me? That be y'all. Y'all get mad because we say, okay, we breaking up with you. You feel me? The relationship been going on for too long. You feel me? And it's been a one-sided relationship with everybody. We didn't have a one-sided relationship with everybody. But everything we do, everybody take it and they use it. They walk around acting like us, being us. Like like even the breakdancing thing. I remember when we first started breakdancing, bro. This was like the early 80s and shit. You feel me? Breakdancing at school, taking cardboards to school, breakdancing. My brother was telling my kids that. They said, Daddy, I didn't know you used to breakdance. Yeah, I did. That was so long ago. You feel me? I was like 4th, 5th grade. You feel me? It's a lot of stuff that we came up with. Like Poppin' Pete. A lot of people don't know. Poppin' Pete, that was in Michael Jackson video. You feel me? The Thriller video, doing the little head thing. From Fresno. You feel me? This how far back the breaking goes. that even goes way far back. But they be talking about we ain't got no culture. I said, but then they be trying to mimic our culture. They be trying to be our culture. And that's what it is. That's why I said, bro, they don't want us to talk the way we talk. They don't want us to sound the way we sound. But they walk around trying to sound like us because, you feel me? When you think about it, when you think about it, women don't like, some women just don't like that square sounding person. And that's not my fault. I didn't make this shit up. You feel me? They just don't like that. You feel me? That's soft sounding, soft spoken. You feel me? It's like, I don't know, bro. Everything we do is like they try to make it wrong in order so they can just keep it for themselves and repackage it. And then when they do it now, it's cool. And it's like we better understand that's what's been going on. We've been creating a foundation for everything, for every way of life, for everybody all over the world. There's nothing. I'm talking about from lowriders. Like, y'all didn't even know black people started lowriders. We started switches. We started that shit. It's a lot of stuff that we did that, like, because the Asians and the Chinese, they the ones who break dancing and doing all the shit now. You feel me? But we even started the lowride. We started that. It's a lot of shit we started. And they try to make it seem like we didn't start it, and they try to take it over and put it in and factor it in into their culture to make it theirs, and it never was theirs. It was ours. It was some shit but we so slick, bro. We make up shit, we grow out of it, and we move on to the next. And we come up with something else that be popping harder than that. And then we let them have that shit, and then we come up with something else, and it be popping harder than the last thing. You feel me? Like, we've been doing this, bro, and we just good at it. So it's normal for us. It's normal for us just to come up with some shit. You feel me? I don't know. It's just normal. So thanks for watching. Man, I'm about to be up out of here, bro. This shit be funny as hell, though. As we get deeper and deeper into it, it just be fun. Yeah, shout out to, Oakland. Come on now, bro. Big shout out to Oakland. You feel me? I'm from Fresno. We only 2.5 hours from Oakland, from the Bay. You feel me? Like, that's why we talk like this. Like, people don't understand. See, like, I'm from Fresno, so the way that I talk, Fresno is smack dab in the middle of the Bay and LA, but we more closer to the Bay. So therefore, like, even our slang and the way we talk, like, if you hear Stockton, Modesto, all those places, we like Sacramento, we all got that foundation. The way we talk is like the Bay Area slang. You feel me? But while at the same time in Fresno, we kind of got the LA slang too, because we got folks from LA, because we were smack dab in the middle. So we going back and forth. We going to both places. You'll find us in LA, all through Compton, through LA, through 60s, through every hood in Compton. Then we in the Bay. We pushing through Oakland. You feel me? San Ho. You feel me? Like, all through the Bay. Like period. Like, that's just us. But it's like, it's kind of crazy. So, like, a lot of people, when they come on, they be from the Bay. They be like, you from the Bay? And it's like, nah, I'm from Fresno. But you should know. You know how we talk in Fresno if you from Cali. You feel me? But on that note, I thank y'all. Make sure y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, because, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm one person that just be doing a lot. And I like to do my content live. I don't like to just drop videos and record videos and drop them. So a lot of times you're going to see me doing live videos, because I like doing live reactions, what a lot of people don't do. But this is what I always do. I've been doing lives forever, so I'm going to keep doing it until the wheels fall off. But on that note, peace out. I thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Until next time, man. Until tomorrow. Peace.